it's relatable when it's personal. So a lot of them are engaged with data analytics, with health and wellness, with tracking their food, tracking steps, tracking their weight, watching sugar levels. This is MyFitnessPal. It's a dashboard that gives them the opportunity to look back over a lot of different analytics from their personal life. They don't think of this as data analytics, but there's a lot that's going on in the background. This is a picture of the Apple app that shows you your heart rate and shows you your activity levels over the past few days. Same thing here. This is another Apple dashboard. Things with your finances. This is a dashboard from mint.com. And on this app, you can pull together an aggregate view of all of your finances. And the students are used to this. And so they use these dashboards and these analytical reports in their personal life all the time. Even home appliances, things like your thermostat, can show you when it's been running and when it's been off and how much power you've used, and how it'll make suggestions about changing your comfort settings so that you can reduce your energy usage. Your refrigerators are now smart refrigerators that can alert you over your smartphone, and you can log in and check on certain events, and you can check on things and set reminders, and you can get this quick dashboard to check on your appliances and have them to alert you. These are some very simple examples, but I try to bring these out to the students just to show them that it's not as mystifying as they think, and you don't have to be the data scientist to be involved in data analytics. That's the point that I try to get to with the students. Security systems as well give you dashboards. So I want them to understand all of that just to start with, to try to get their attention, to show them that it's relatable, that data analytics is something that they can do, they're going to be working with it, and then I try to help them to understand that it's going to be part of their career. If they're looking for a job, there's a big need for analysts, people that are familiar with this concept. So yesterday, so I'd have the most recent information. I pulled ZipRecruiter job listings. There's 1.4 million jobs in the United States for just the word analyst. If you go to business analyst, there's 1 million jobs for business analyst. Data analyst is 708,000. Data engineer, 522,000, 315,000 for data scientists. And just by comparison, there's about 15,000 jobs for professors. So maybe all of us are in the wrong field because there's not as many opportunities for us as there is for people with these other skills. But I want them to see that this analytical mindset and this analytical thinking is something it's a huge advantage for them, and it's something they're already doing. What's in a name? You know, what we call something really drives how we view it and how we are going to think about it. And so the title Data Analytics presents these ideas that I've mentioned that scares a lot of students. I don't know how to do statistics. I don't know how to do math. I'm not good at all of these things. I'm afraid of making a mistake. There's a lot of fear when you use that phrase. And I have a friend, I'll share some examples in a moment, that works for Chick-fil-a Corporation. He works at the corporate office, which they call their service center, over close to Atlanta. And he actually works in their they call it their business insights group now. That's where I got this idea from. And he said that for the last few years, he's been working there for about 7 years, that they were under a menu analysis title. That was what his specific area was menu analysis. And he said they had a hard time getting people to consider them at the table when they were presenting their information. And then somewhere along the way, they changed their office name from analysis to business insights. And just that change shifted the way people thought about what they did. Rather than thinking of them as this scary group that all they do is math and they do all this numbers and I don't understand anything that they do, now they look at them for help. They look at them for solutions, for support. And he said it has literally turned their workload upside down. Because now, as opposed to being some crazy group that nobody understands, now they are a group that is there to support everybody, which they always were. Changing the name didn't change anything about what they did, but it changed everything about how everyone else in the organization saw them and how they fit. So why don't we consider talking to our students about this? That we're talking about business insights. So you've got a problem. You've got a situation that you've got to have some answers for. Well, what you need is insight to help you make that decision. And so you go to somebody that can help provide support, help provide some analysis, help provide some numbers to help you understand and have greater insight into the problem so that you can make a decision. Thought it was a genius change over there, and as soon as he said it, even in the classroom where the students were, it was like you could see their perception changing. They were like, oh yeah, that makes sense. I get it now. And so I wanted to share that with you, and that's one of the big just perspectives that I think we could share with our students, especially given that so many of them will be in a position that doesn't have analytics in it. But if they look at this analysis as a way to accomplish business insights, it can be useful for them.